Welcome to the zone. The zona. I just watched Tarkovsky's Stalker. Again, you know, it's interminably slow and boring. It really is. The first few times I watched it, I was overwhelmed by the critical reception, and the hearsay that surrounded it, and so I went into it sort of in a mesmeric state, years ago when I first watched it. I think when I was 30, so about 22 years ago, and I was heavily stoned at the time, which didn't help pass the time or make it any faster. But I do remember that the music by Edward Artemyev, and it was just, it was kind of hypnotic. But the film itself, I watched alongside it Rerberg's, the documentary on Rerberg, the DP, and how he was treated, and it was, you realise Tarkovsky's a trumped up little toolbox, and the film itself was fraught with danger, and it's actually, it's not nearly half as good as the book by the Strugatsky brothers. So I would avoid the film and read the book. You'll have a much better time. But at any rate, we're in the zone. We're in the zone. No one comes up here at all. And the difference being that the flowers do smell up here. And so, the stalker, the real stalker, is not to be watched. It's to be lived. And the stalking is, of course, yourself. And once you get into that self, the stalking stops. And so does the boredom. And that's where interest and your interesting nature arises, is that interessence, that movement amongst being, that flowing. There is no moving anymore. And so once you shake off the stalker, this is what you become. Interesting. And it's no coincidence that at the beginning of Stalker, he begins with the line, "The world is a boring place." And it is, after science has explained it and destructured it, pulled it apart, eviscerated it, and displayed its insides all over the place. But once you get back into nature, you realise that science is a nonsense, and that any attempt to explain nature is the infant, just throwing a tantrum. And so the world is a boring place because it's run by man. But once you get out of the world and back into the universe, the word boring simply does not exist.